basically a woman, Mrs. Mapp. She lived in a two-story house, and she rented out her bottom apartment. And in her basement, she had a lot of gambling going on, a lot of distribution of pornography, and a lot of drugs and alcohol and stuff. And in the 1960s, all that was really illegal. Pornography was kind of weird. I don't know. She was questioned by some police officers to enter into her home, and they said that they needed to question a man that was in question of bombing, of some sort of bombing, and that the person was in her home. So she told them that the guy wasn't in her home, and so the police officers were really upset about that because they knew what was going on in the house. They just made up a lie so they could get into her house. So they later came back and they surrounded her house, and 12 to 15 police officers came up, and they showed her a fake search warrant, and then she tried to read it, and then they took it away from her, they arrested her, and then they searched her house. So now it's illegal. You can't just break into someone's house. So because of this case, what it did is made it so in state constitutions were different, are different in each state. And in Ohio, the exclusionary rule excluded the fact that you didn't, even though they didn't have a warrant, the information that they gained that she had illegal substances in her house, they still could try her for that, and so she lost her case. So she appealed, and then they went to the federal court and the Supreme Court. And in federal court, the exclusionary rule excludes the information that was found by the illegal search warrant.